Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I almost feel like I've missed you guys because I did a 3 day get paid to transform lives thing. So I wasn't doing any live streams on those 3 days. But we're back, we're back, we're back. How are you doing? This is Rosemary Nonny Knight. Welcome to the Deliberate Millionaire Stream. I am a prosperity minister or the prosperity minister and a business coach for ambitious spiritual people determined to thrive, to prosper, to make at least six figures whilst living in line with their purpose. Okay. Well, I believe strongly and I support ambitious spiritual people to leave behind the pain, the limiting beliefs of the past, and to rise victorious in your true design life. Your true design is a life of freedom, fulfillment, financial abundance, a love drenched life. If you're not experiencing that right now, you need to. And the way you experience it is by choosing to experience it, okay? You have to choose it. You have to claim it. It doesn't just happen. It doesn't just drop in your lap. It may be your divine right, but you have to claim it. And part of these deliberate millionaire streams is to support you in thinking through certain ideas that you may have that are actually keeping you from the life that is meant to be yours. So, like overgiving. I can't tell you the number of people that come on the phone with me who share their heart of how they really, really just love helping people. It just makes them so happy to help people. Nothing wrong with that, kind of, except if you're starting to experience burnout, if you're starting to experience emotional exhaustion, if you are off your purpose path whilst giving to every single other person out there, and you're giving a heck of a lot more than you're receiving. I understand that some of y'all live by this whole concept of give more, it's more blessed to give than receive, and all of that stuff. And I get it, and I don't get it as well. Okay. I will talk a little bit about that as we go on. But this is where you're giving more than you're receiving emotionally and physically, or physically, okay? And most of the time you don't even realize that you're doing this. You're always in everybody else's agenda, trying to support them to live their visions. You're building in your work, you're building other people's visions. Probably even in your play, you might be at your religious organization or your community, whatever, really building somebody else's vision at the expense of yours, at the expense of you, okay? At the expense of you. And you don't always like to admit it. That's the thing, because you think that it makes you a good person. It makes you a good person if you're constantly giving to other people and people like you. Okay. But the thing is, what is actually driving most people who give is guilt. It's guilt and this need to prove themselves worthy of a good life. You are already worthy. You were born worthy. You don't have to do anything to be worthy. The only, I mean, yes, there's certain things that need to be done. If you're going to claim the free, fulfilled, financially abundant, love drenched life, there are certain things there's certain steps you need to take. There's certain strategies you need to implement. Absolutely. However, you don't do it from a place of thinking that you are not worthy of something, and so you're trying to prove yourself worthy. No, you do it because, well, if I want money, then I probably should get a job and serve people in some way. It's so that money, because the more people I serve, the more money I make. There's certain principles in play where in the physical reality, there's certain principles in play. If you apply them, you get a certain result. However, most people are coming from a really flawed foundation where you're still trying to prove yourself, possibly from words you heard in your childhood, words people have spoken over you. You're still trying to prove yourself, still trying to earn people's affection, trying to be a good person, trying to earn the divine's affection, trying to earn the divine's pleasure. And sometimes religion even emphasizes this, that you have to earn your salvation. You have to prove yourself worthy of heaven in the next life. And so you give your whole existence to trying to be what you think the divine wants from you, what this person wants from you, well, and you're giving to the point where you start to get ill. You start to feel resentful, but you hate the fact that you feel resentful. You don't connect the illness with the fact that you're overgiving. And it's just crazy. We're going to sing our affirmation and then we will carry on. I am home in you. This is you speaking to the divine and reminding yourself, I am home in the divine. I return to my source. I am complete in you, divine. That's the affirmation. And it's so relevant to this topic as well, because a lot of the time you are trying to find your source in other people. You're hoping that if you just please enough people, you do not think you don't realize that this is what you're thinking, but please hear me. You think that if you just make enough people happy, that you will finally be worthy of what you want out of your life. And so lots of people go to the grave being the most nice person on the block and still not having lived the life they're actually meant for. But we start with our affirmation and we'll continue this conversation. I am home in you, divine. I return to my source. I am complete in you. Here we go. Deep breath in and out. I am home in you. I am home in you. I return to my thoughts. I'm complete in you. I am home in you. I am home in you. I return to my thoughts. I'm complete in you. I return to my source. I'm complete in you. Okay, so you are complete in your connection with the divine. You need to affirm this, but also know it to the core of your being, because a lot of the overgiving comes from, as I say, you trying to get your needs met from other people. And it is cloaked under I am a good, nice person. In order to be a good, nice, spiritual person, I need to give, and help other people. I'm called to serve people. Except, let me tell you this right now. There is a difference between people serving. Is that acoustic? I'm trying to tackle myself to play. Yes, it is an acoustic guitar. Yes. I do enjoy it. I've been playing it since forever. Ultimately, I'm not the best player, but I can do what I need to do, and that's all that matters. But yes. Anyway, coming back to this, I'm getting a little slightly distracted. There's a difference between serving people and pleasing people, and sometimes people get mixed up in with the two. This is where you start overgiving. It's when you're actually trying to please people, trying to get them to like you, but you don't think of it this way. So that's the thing. That's the problem, is like, if you thought of yourself as a people pleaser, although some people are actually quite honest and recognize that they do like to please people a lot. Um, However, for the most part, most people don't think of themselves as people pleasers. What they think of themselves is as people who are called and need to, want to serve. But the service is empowering to everyone concerned, you and the person you're serving. Pleasing is disempowering to everyone concerned, you and the person you're pleasing. And the person you're pleasing, however, might get a bit more benefit than you do. You get drained, they get enabled to stay weak. So it's not really serving them as such, but you know what? They might be happy enough with that. That's their issue. Your issue, however, is that you will start to get drained. Your body will start to tell you a story. And you will think, as I said earlier, you may not even connect the fact that you're getting ill more, you're getting more and more tired, with the fact that it is because you are continually giving without taking care of yourself. You've been trained and programmed to believe that you must come last. I tell you, no. You can't come last in your own life. If you're going to actually make the difference that you are here on this planet to make, I tell you, you must come first in your own life. You must be a priority in your own life. It is essential that you be a priority in your own life. Okay? You need to start noticing, are you always tired despite getting rest? You wake up tired, for goodness sake. You wake up tired, you go to bed tired, you wake up tired, you're in the middle of the day tired. You always, if you sit down for more than 1 second, you want to fall asleep. notice. Okay, yes, I'm not gonna lie. When I was building my business, or as I continue to build a business, but when I was building, particularly in the more intense periods of building a business, there were times when, frankly, the moment I sit down, I just want to fall asleep, basically, because it was very intense. So, but there's a difference between that and where it's a chronic, continual feeling where you feel continually responsible for everyone around you. Again, you just notice, okay? Because sometimes it's so insidious, this thing. Wait, because again, you're telling yourself you're just being nice. You just need to, help this person and help that person and blah blah blah. And on the face of it, it can look innocuous, but you need to start looking for the signs inside of you. Are you chronically tired? Are you always tired? Are you walking around feeling drained all the time? Are you feeling resentful, even though there's a part of you that thinks you should not? Because when it comes down to it, when you need help, nobody's around to help you. And if you don't know even how to ask for help, let's be honest. And one of the reasons why nobody's around to help you is because they don't know you need help. They don't know you need help because you put on this facade that everything is fine and everything is cool. And so nobody even knows that they need to help you. But you are not good at asking for help because you are the one you identify as the one that saves everybody else, but nobody can save you because you don't think about it this way, but you do see yourself as somehow stronger than every single other person in your life. And it might even be true. But the thing is, you see others in some ways as weaker than you, and that without you, everything will fall apart. And on the face of that, that just sounds like normal, sometimes firstborn issues. Frankly, if you're firstborn, then this you sometimes this is you. It's like if I don't do it, nobody else will do it, and blah blah blah. But it doesn't even matter whether you're firstborn, secondborn, whatever. If you're an overgiver, that is your little mantra. If I don't do it, nobody else will do it. I better just step up. I better do this and I better do that. I need to help this person. I need to, and you're always there. You're always giving, always, 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 always to the expense of yourself. And you think it's a good thing. That's the crazy thing. Except you get to a point where you start to get really burnt out and really tired, and you start to feel resentful because you feel unappreciated. And the truth is, people do not appreciate you because you're always there. You're always available. They just need to look a bit sad, and there you are, coming in to save the day, basically. And it's draining you. It's absolutely draining you. And you are beginning to feel quite angry with the people in your life, but don't feel that you have a right to feel that way. Okay. You don't feel you have a right to feel that way. So you keep trying to push it down, which is also draining for your energy because it takes a lot of energy to keep your emotions down. Okay. It takes a lot of energy to keep your emotions down. So if you're pushing those emotions down, telling yourself, I have no choice, I have to do this and I have to do the other, honey, you are literally killing yourself. And anger inside of you turns into depression. It can turn into a physical cancer. It's too dangerous to do, guys. It's too dangerous to do. Something else to notice is if you start to feel overwhelmed and anxious a lot of the time, even small things start to overwhelm you. But again, you keep putting on that facade and keep showing up for everybody else. And even though you are feeling all these feelings, you're trying to ignore them. You start to feel as if you don't even know what your life is about anymore. There's no joy anymore. There's no happiness. There's just, I just need to get through. I just need to get through. And there's a part of you that is always looking forward to the next season of life, that maybe then it'll be better. Maybe then it'll be better. Once I've just done this, and when I've done this for this person, and this person is fine, and then next, enough. Your life is happening right now. Do you get that? Your life is happening right now. Okay? It's not, you can't keep future tripping it. You can't keep looking to, oh, that it will be better soon. It will be better soon. I'll be able to do things then. I'll be able to. No, now. Your life is happening now. You don't know how many tomorrows you have. Okay? You don't know how many tomorrows you have. Now, I want you to have as many as possible. Frankly, I intend to be here until I'm 120 in full health. Okay? So but in order for us to do that, we need to take care of ourselves. You need to take care of yourself, okay? Because some of y'all are getting into your 40s, 50s, whatever, and there's a part of you thinking, oh, my life is almost over. I'm like, enough. It's not. You could have literally another 80 years. You could have another 80 years. So stop treating yourself like you're about to die tomorrow and recognize that your life is happening right now. Are you actually doing the things that you would like to do with it? Or are you busy trying to help everybody else do all the things they want to do with their life whilst yours is being ignored? And so you're getting, your body is starting to, break down a bit. You start having more headaches. You start having immune issues or autoimmune conditions. almost like a blaring light telling you, honey, your body is fighting itself because you are literally fighting yourself by trying to push down all of your emotions and trying to help everybody else. You are literally at war with yourself. And so then your physical body starts to show that you are at war with yourself. So your immune system starts to break down. You start to have things like IBS, okay? And so, yeah, it's just crazy. These are signs, these are little things trying to get your attention, okay, before there's big things. You don't want to wait till there's big things. You don't even want to wait for the little things, okay? If you're hearing what I'm saying and it's resonating with you and you notice, oh, some of these things that Rosemary is saying, it sounds like me, man, that it's time for you to start doing something about it, particularly if you're feeling, because I'm all about you living, thriving, prospering, and living, making at least 6 figures whilst living in your purpose. Do you even know what your purpose is anymore? There might have been a day once upon a time when you were so sure about what you're supposed to be doing, but now, because you're so drained, do you even know? Not another 80 years. No, I want another 80 years, man. I've decided 120 is where I'm going to. Sorry, I'm getting distracted again. But but yes, if you're feeling as if you don't have any purpose anymore, it's because you are so tired. You don't even have the energy to think about it. Now you might be saying things like helping other people is my calling. I get it. I get that we're called to serve others and we're here to make a difference and all of that stuff. However, if the way you're seeing it is that you're supposed to drain yourself dry in order to be then help, if that's what your definition of helping other people is, please change it. That is not your whole purpose in life. Living to the best of your ability is your purpose. Enjoying, I've said this to you in one of the live streams, your purpose, everyone's purpose, it is to enjoy being here on planet Earth. To enjoy being here on planet Earth. Your purpose is not to save everybody. It is maybe a little part of what you're supposed to be doing here, because yes, I know there's a certain enjoyment. I love doing things like this. I love doing one-on-one sessions with my clients. I love with my memberships. I love all of that stuff. But it's not my whole life. I used to think it was, truth be told. I used to think it was. But as I keep telling you all, business growth is extreme spiritual growth. So you learn that your business is not your whole identity. It is just a part of your life, okay? Of your whole life. I am a mom. I am a wife. I am me. I love my music. I love my books. I love nature. There's so much to me. And there's so much to the world that I want to experience. So helping others is not my only purpose in life. It is a big portion of it, but it is not my only purpose in life, and neither is it yours, okay? But some of your lives have become so small that the only thing you can think of doing is helping other people, except it is draining you. There's a point when you need to realize that this is no longer healthy, and that, I'm not saying stop altogether, but be wise. Be wise and look at your whole life, not just this little one section of it, and think that that's supposed to be every single thing. It isn't. Okay? This is actually codependency, where you're overgiving because you're trying to get your needs met from other people, your needs of being loved, instead of getting it from the divine, from your connection with the divine, and by feeling at one with the divine. This is why we sang the affirmation, and one of the reasons is, I am home in you. I am complete in the divine. But you are all, some of y'all with the overgiving, you're trying to get your completion in other people. They can't give it to you. They too are running on limited energy. And so if all of you are trying to, you're taking energy from them, they're taking energy from you, you're all just competing over this limited amount of energy, when actually you have access to the divine and unlimited energy that you can then overflow love onto other people healthily. Okay? So codependency is a killer. It's a killer. It does lead to emotional exhaustion, where you just don't have energy, you don't have the power to do anything other than just about survive. Enough. It's time to break that cycle. It's time to put some boundaries in place. You need to start saying more no's, okay? Sometimes yeses, where you would normally say no. It's like, I remember, I don't know, was it 2 years ago or something? I started doing this boot camp on a Sunday. The first time this guy asked me to do this boot camp, now it was towards the beginning of last year, I believe. And I had said to the divine, I want to open my life up even more this year. And then this guy comes whilst I'm at the gym, and a personal trainer comes up to me and says, do I want to be part of a boot camp? And my immediate response to everything is no. Or to that anyway was no, no, I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. And then I was driving away from the gym and I felt the divine kind of pricking me and saying, did you not say that you wanted to expand your experiences in life? Why did you say no to that? And you know what? I could have carried on, but there was just something inside of me that said, I say I want to expand my life. Okay, go back. So I went back and said to the guy, okay, I can't start this week, but yes, I will join your boot camp, even if I just try it out and see how it goes. Okay. So I felt good about that. So it's expanding my life. So yes, there are times, and to this day, I still do it. I love it, love, love, love doing my Sunday boot camp. Actually, it kills me, but I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. However, what I'm saying that because yes, sometimes you need to say no's, absolutely, but sometimes you also need to say yes. But if you're busy overgiving, then you don't have the energy or the time to say yes to things that would actually expand your life. You're supposed to be experiencing life in all its fullness. So sometimes say yes, but say yes to things that fuel you. It doesn't, it doesn't matter who in some ways, it doesn't matter who you're letting down, okay? Everybody, please remember this, everybody is powerful in their own right because everybody is creating the image and likeness of the divine, just like you. So though you may think you're super powerful and without you, everybody's going to fall apart, the truth of the matter is, you've only trained them to think that. You do not need to keep training them to think that they're helpless without you. You can help them realize that actually, you know what? You are fine. You and the divine are enough. I and the divine are enough. I'm going to expand my life, and it's time that you started doing it too. Basically, that is one way of helping other people. But it's not even your responsibility to help every single person. Sometimes it's just time for you to create space in your own life for your own thing. Okay? I had to create space for that bootcamp because I wanted to expand my life. And there's other things I've had to say yes to, and there are things that I still know to this day. I know there are more things that I need to say yes to expand my life. Same goes with you. Things that you would enjoy. For some of y'all, because you've been giving and giving and giving, and your whole life has been about other people, you don't even know what you enjoy anymore. But I'm saying start by at least saying no to certain things that are eating up your time and your energy so that you have that available for things that would boost your energy. Okay. Things that bring you joy. Because this overgiving thing, one of the reasons why it's so critical, and I mention it such a lot in all my posts and things like that, is because it does impact your ability to build out your purpose-driven life, to build out your business. If all your energy and time is eaten up by trying to help, excuse me, trying to help every single other person in the planet, where is the time for you to build your vision? And frankly, yeah, business growth is extreme spiritual growth. It also is, it takes up a lot of energy and time. And if most of your energy and time is being used to just support everybody else's vision at the expense of yours, then you will never, ever build that business that can create multi-generational wealth, that can make a difference on the planet, that can be a legacy that you leave behind for your family. So, honeys, this overgiving thing, it is dangerous to the life that you're meant to be living, for real. Okay, you need to start taking care of yourself. You need to start making yourself a priority in your own freaking life. Look at how young your children are or how old they are. You need to make yourself a priority. That is how you help more people. It's actually by helping yourself first, because you need to come from a place of strength. You leaning into the divine, you getting that strength from the divine, feeling yourself loved and cared for. And for some of y'all, you might even need to take a break for a while, a very deliberate break from everything, because you are so drained, you can't even think about what you enjoy anymore. You can't think about what your purpose is anymore, because you're just too emotionally exhausted to consider any of it. And so that's why you feel a bit like a zombie. You feel a bit stuck because you don't even know what you want anymore. Take a week off from everyone or more, okay? Take some time out very deliberately with the purpose of just resting and coming back home to yourself. You need it, okay? I would exhort you to come and join me in Evolution. Come and start hearing the divine's voice speaking into you, because I do divine downloads every Monday to Friday within Evolution, okay? It's to support you in reconnecting to your source. Because without that foundation, you are doomed. Let's just be honest about this. As a spiritual person, you know this, right? That without a connection to the divine, you're doomed. Because that is where your energy comes from. Whatever you call your higher power, you need that connection. And so coming to Evolution, and I every day, every Monday to Friday, I sit down with the divine. I ask, what is he saying? What are they saying to the community? What are they saying to people? And sometimes I get a specific person in my mind and I'm speaking directly to them, but then I put it out the message in the group for everyone. And you can use that message to read through it and sit with the divine and ask, how is this relevant to me? Because that opens the communication between you and the divine. That's the point of this, okay? And so that's one of the biggest points of evolution, is reconnecting with the divine, re-strengthening your foundation, so that you then, from that foundation of knowing you are loved, that you are worthy, you are one with the divine, now you can start to get back in touch with who you are, what you're about, what you're trying to make happen in this world. Okay? Because yes, rest is absolutely essential, but resting with the divine, where there's no pressure, because some of your, that unfortunately, this is also a religious thing, that there's a lot of pressure with your connection to the divine as well. So in some ways, I want you to rest from that kind of a connection where you think the divine needs you for anything. The divine doesn't need you to do anything. It's okay for you to take a moment, take a breath, to catch yourself, catch your breath, come back home to you. Let the divine love you. I can't tell you the number of times the divine has said to me, let me love you. Let me love you. That's the only line of that whole song that I know, but I keep hearing it sometimes when I'm really not allowing the divine to love me, because sometimes religion also makes you feel as if you are supposed to always be loving on the divine, always loving on the divine. You are supposed to be telling the divine that he's worthy, and you are supposed to be praising the divine, and you are supposed to be doing this, and you are supposed to be doing that, and you are, as if the divine is some kind of, has no self-esteem, and unless you tell the divine that he's worthy, or she's worthy, or it's worthy, that it's somehow going to lose itself or something. It's like, come on, no, you need that. You need to tell yourself you're worthy. You need to know that you are loved. You need to allow the divine to love you. Allow the divine to love you. Allow yourself to be helped. Allow yourself to ask for help sometimes, okay? And definitely allow yourself to say no without feeling guilty about the fact that you're saying freaking no. People are stronger than you think, or people are stronger than you've allowed them to think. Because some of y'all, because of your overgiving nature, you've taught people how to be helpless, because all they need to do is call you and you'll come and save the day. I remember my youngest daughter, she wasn't talking. We talk in my family, for goodness sake, and I don't know how old she was, and she was still not speaking. And I took her to a speech therapist who said, is it just because her two sisters are always speaking for her? Does she actually have to speak? And yes, that was it. Within 6 weeks of that visit with the speech therapist, she was talking, and we've not been able to make her stop since then. But that's what happens. If you are always standing in the gap for other people, they never have the need to step up for themselves. You are teaching them to be weak. Enough. Having to say no, or choosing to say no, putting boundaries in place, does not have to break up all your relationships. It may change them. That's okay. It's okay for you to change the relationships that are not healthy to you or to them. It's okay. It is time for you to allow yourself to be loved. Let the divine love you. Take a break. Come into evolution. Come and connect to the divine in a really wholesome, peaceful, loving way. Okay? It's around the video. If you're on Instagram, you're going to have to ask me about evolution. So send me a message about asking about evolution. But for all of y'all, it's in the video. But you need to, if what I've said about being drained and exhausted emotionally, feeling that your body's starting to pack up because of all of the, well, you may not have connected the two, but maybe you start now to realize that, yeah, sometimes backache, it's because you're carrying the weight of the world on your back, man. And so it's showing up in your body as backache, for real. It doesn't mean that you should stop taking the drugs or whatever, but it does mean, however, that you do want to start fixing the actual issue, the actual root issue, not just taking the drugs to solve the symptoms, okay? Overgiving is dangerous. In fact, I should change the title of this to Overgiving is dangerous. It isn't just unhealthy, it is dangerous. It can literally kill you. For real, and I'm not exaggerating this. It will kill you over time, but it can literally kill you. It's time you start making yourself a priority. You reconnect even more deeply with the divine. Allow the divine to love you, even as you learn to love yourself more. And get yourself back on your purpose path. You may think that your purpose path is just about helping every single person out there, but it isn't. There are specific people that you are called to serve. Not everyone. Not everyone. And not necessarily even your family. Okay? Not everyone. It's time for you to wake up and be the leader you are actually meant to be as you allow yourself to be filled with energy, to refuel yourself with your connection with the divine. And then from that overflow, that's what you give, that's what you share. Not when you're still operating on limited energy, when you're coming from a place of weakness yourself, you're trying to share the energy you don't even have. Is it any wonder then that your body starts to break down? Is it any wonder that you start to feel yuck? It's time to wake up, make yourself a priority, allow the divine to love you, and then get back on purpose. Get back on your purpose path. I can help you. I can help you. We can have a one-on-one session, or you can come into Evolution. You can get the book, Remove the Blocks. There's so many options available to you. I should probably only give you one because too many options makes people do not do anything. But you know what? I'm going to trust that you are wise enough to know which step to take next, to reach out to me if necessary. Okay? It's time for you to allow yourself to live free, fulfilled, financially abundant, and love drenched. It is your divine right if you will claim it. Overgiving is dangerous. Stop doing it. Until the next time, my love, share this with somebody else. Go forth and prosper. Much amazing love. Bye.